What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you on. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Pi Coin Network, 100 days of open mainnet. And remember, as always, never financial advice, just trying to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. If you're new around here, smash the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel. It's interesting, the market is pulling back today after it was closed yesterday, well, at least for the S&P and stock market. And we're seeing that ripple effect into the cryptocurrency market, though crypto never sleeps and there is no days off for the cryptocurrency market. But what's interesting, amongst the sea of red, only a few green cryptocurrencies, including Picoin, having an intraday high of 55 cents, dropping to 52 cents, and now slight rally back to right around where it's been consolidating for the last little while. And if you look at the 1 week chart for Pi, again, nothing too exciting, basically a little bit of drop overall in the month of 35%. But in my opinion, it's still time to accumulate. But let's go ahead and take it over to the Pi Coin core team. It's been over 100 days since the launch of Open Network. Since then, the Pi's ecosystem has continued to grow and expand. In addition to launching Pi Network Ventures development initiative, which strategically invests in startups and businesses, key updates were released that improved local commerce, platform-level utilities, security, utility-driven apps, and more. Read the full blog on the first 100 days of Open Network to learn more about the network's progression and growth. So here's the post that came out as basically a highlight on June 19th, but actually it came out today on June 20th, at least from the socials perspective. And it talks about the first 100 days. And I want to know from you all down in the comment section below, how do you think the team did for the first 100 days since the mainnet has launched? Pioneers, it's now been 100 days, they said. The accumulation of 6 years of building Pi Network's infrastructure and ecosystem, making sure that the utility was ready for use at launch. Open Network's external connectivity unlocked Pi's thriving ecosystem, innovative apps, and extensive peer-to-peer network for integration with the broader blockchain world. This also allowed businesses to integrate with Pi after passing the KYB business verification process. Open Network was key to Pi's mission to create an inclusive, utility-driven, and widely adopted cryptocurrency that is accessible to anyone. I'm going to stop there for a second. Inclusive, utility-driven, and widely adopted cryptocurrency. So, inclusive, yes, open and readily available to anyone in the world as long as you have a mobile device, which a lot of the world does, maybe with the exception of a few third world countries that don't really utilize technology. Utility-driven, 100%. Pi has its utilities built out and widely adopted with millions of users across the globe. It's already achieved that as well. So yes, I do check mark that Pi in terms of accessibility, utility, and inclusivity. It's definitely reached what my expectations and beyond even were. Pioneers around the world, crypto enthusiasts, mainstream ordinary people, and everyone in between are driving force behind Pi because Pi is set to solve the problem of mass adoption and real-world utility, which are two very big pieces that have struggled for a lot of different crypto projects. They do have the utility aspect, but they lack the mass adoption piece, or they are massively adopted without significant utility. But it's hard to find a community and a crypto project that has both, and Pi is shedding light on that. In the first 100 days of Open Network, they state, Pi's ecosystem and utility have continued to benefit pioneers and expand. Let's take a look back at the network's progression and growth, including key updates on utility. Pi Ventures, which we've talked about multiple times on this channel. Gaming is a key vertical that Pi Network's Ventures will focus on investments. Gaming sits at the intersection of several key strengths: social interactions, the attention economy, and virtual goods. And Pi Network Ventures is uniquely positioned to leverage Pi Network to help game developers achieve their goals, which in turn benefits the Pi ecosystem. This is something that, of course, in crypto, you guys remember back in 2021 where the metaverse became a thing with the sandbox and Mana, all these different multi-billion-dollar beasts were born during that era. And crypto gaming, of course, basically in parallel, running in tandem or in parallel with the metaverse scene. We saw things like Axie Infinity and many other gaming cryptocurrencies like Gala Games that hit, again, multi-billion dollar valuations as people were starting to flock to them with play to earn potential. And again, instead of just wasting your time gaming, as people call it, wasting from a social and basically living in a metaverse or meta world, instead now you get rewarded for playing these games with real world income and utility. Aside from that, in current day, unless you're a streamer, a content creator, in the gaming scene, you're not able to live with the gaming aspect. So for someone like myself, who is actually a pretty avid gamer, I love the fact that they're looking to enter this vertical within Pi Ventures and the Pi Network. So to that end, Pi Network launched Fruity Pie, a fun fruit matching game that also demonstrates Pi's existing gaming utility in action. I actually have not seen this in play. By integrating various Pi products and utilities such as Pi Ad Network, Pi Wallet, and Pi Payments, Fruity Pie has used Pi Network as an early signal of how gaming with inherently built-in social dynamics and virtual economies can drive both app-level engagement and broader ecosystem utility at the same time. So I'm actually excited to kind of see. Maybe I'll give this a try and give you guys my take on Fruity Pie, but I don't know much about it yet. PieFest expansion and local commerce with Pi. We know Pi Day was pretty big success, 125,000 registered sellers. Map of Pi, over 1.8 million pioneers and 45,000 reviews submitted, which is massive, especially if you can even get 1% of reviews and they were able to accomplish way more than that from the 1.8 million getting 45,000 peer reviews. So guys, the ecosystem is thriving. It's the truth. But now what we need to start to see is hopefully mass adoption within the cryptocurrency community. That's the thing. Pi is kind of like its own network of individuals and community. But what we want to do is we want to start expanding and getting people interested in Pi that are within the cryptocurrency community, crypto Twitter, crypto finance, cryptocurrency individuals that are the movers and the shakers, not just people that are externally in the Pi network. I appreciate your support as always. I wanted to give you guys my personal updates for the day. Network metrics. Let's just touch on this before I end today's video. Over 3 million additional pioneers were migrated to the mainnet since the open network, bringing the total to 13 million mainnet users. 7.4 billion Pi has been migrated, 5.2 billion locked, and 2.2 billion unlocked. Over 400,000 nodes are active across the Pi blockchain, Test 1, Testnet 2, and the mainnet itself. That is huge, guys, by the way. Because right now, if you look at Pi price per Pi coin, it's about 53 cents. At all-time highs, 7.4 billion Pi was probably valued, multiply that by $3 in total migrated circulation. That would have been, you're talking $20+ billion on a migrated mainnet live token flow, which is massive. So again, I appreciate your guys' support as always. That's all I had for you today. Just some quick updates on the first 100 days. Pretty substantial overall. And I'm excited to see what the next 100 days has to bring to Pi. And until next time, as always, everybody, keep investing. Peace.